Students, today I will take you in the class. The subject is biology and will be very specific about one topic, that is the photosynthesis. I feel this is not a very new terminology that you are listening, that is photosynthesis. From your childhood you have been studying. But we'll confine in details about the photosynthesis, exactly what is the photosynthesis and how it takes place. You see, the photosynthesis is a basic process. It means it is a basic process of our life, not of our life, it is the life of the world. Why I said that? Photosynthesis is a process, is a simple definition, that it is actually the first stage preparation of the food, because we cannot prepare the food. We'll go in details in the next stages, but right now you should understand that photosynthesis is a process where it is a basic process. It is done by only the green plants, and this is the basic structure or basic process where the food is prepared. So I will see what happens and when happens and where it happens, this photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process in which the food, we generally call this food as a carbohydrate. Carbohydrate, you know, this is the basic food components. We have studied in our childhood that food components are the carbohydrate, fat, protein, vitamin, minerals. These are the basic food components. Similarly, carbohydrate is one of the food components. So how it is prepared? I have mentioned only the two components are required. That is the carbon dioxide and water. Next question you may ask, that how the carbon dioxide and water is regained by the plants. So it is simple that carbon dioxide is regained by the small pore present in the leaves of the green plants. That is known as a stomata. This stomata draws the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. We know that carbon dioxide is present in the atmosphere. And water, we have studied about the xylem phloem. Xylem draws the water from the soil or from the ground to the leaf. When it reaches to the leaf, then there is a combination of the carbon dioxide and water. So don't think that only carbon dioxide and water mix and form the carbohydrate. It is not very simple process. Additionally, they require the sunlight and stomata. Why I said the sunlight? Because sunlight is required for these chemical reactions. Sunlight is required for this chemical reaction, then only the carbohydrate happens. Next question you may ask, sir, the carbon dioxide and water mixes in presence of the sunlight, is it enough? So my answer will be no, it is not enough. The fourth component is also there. What is that? That is the chlorophyll. I say the chlorophyll. What is the meaning of the chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is a pigment. We have studied in the cell structure, that is the plastics present in the green cells, that is the plant cells. And chlorophyll is a basic component for the photosynthesis process, because that is the site for the photosynthesis. So I say that the carbon dioxide and water mixes form the carbohydrate in presence of the sunlight and the chlorophyll. So this is a complete process of the photosynthesis, and it is a simply chemical reactions. I have mentioned the chemical reactions for your understanding. I say carbon dioxide mixes with the water in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll and form the C6H12. That is, it is the basic structure of the carbohydrate, and byproduct is the oxygen. You must have heard that we always say that planting a tree is very useful for the human being. Why I said? Because byproduct is the oxygen, and every living organism requires oxygen for their breathing and respirations. So I said that carbon dioxide and water mixes form the carbohydrate, and also the essential part, that is oxygen, is liberated. So this process, the photosynthesis, is a very important process, and we must remember these chemical reactions, because it's often asked in the examination. Don't read this subject as a perspective of the number or your marks. You just read it for your understanding. Then you can only score the marks. So I say this is a simple, in a nutshell, this is the entire process of the photosynthesis. Now next question may ask that stomata is the main component for the photosynthesis. Where stomata is present, it is generally present in the leaf. If I put the leaves, in the dorsal part of the leaves, the stomata is present. Stomata is generally, if you see in a microscopic structure, this is generally seen like that. It is the it is a microscopic feature. So it is an elaborate structure, it is very minute structure, and this stomata is consist of the guard cells. I mentioned these are the guard cell. Actually, guard cell control the opening and closing of the stomata in presence of the sunlight, in absence of the sunlight. Generally, in the days it opens when the photosynthesis take place, and in the night it generally closes when the photosynthesis doesn't take place. So stomata is an important part of the photosynthesis. So if I recapitulate the entire process of the photosynthesis, we can define photosynthesis is a process in which the green plants prepare their food in presence of the sunlight and chlorophyll with the utilization of the carbon dioxide and water. And this is the chemical process, chemical reactions you can say. Carbon dioxide mixes with water in presence of chlorophyll and sunlight, it forms the carbohydrate and liberated the oxygen, that is a byproduct. And 6 I have mentioned just to balance it. We generally, normal process, we balance the chemical reactions. So 6 carbon dioxide and 6 water molecules combine to form the 1 molecules of the carbohydrate and 6 molecules of the oxygen. This is the entire nutshell of that. What I suggest, you go to your book, go through line by line and word to word. In every presentation, I request you, go line by line, word to word of your NCERT book. If you find any difficulties, we can take in the next classes. Till then, good day and goodbye.